This is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Good morning, everyone. If you're just now waking up with us, thanks so much for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter.
And I'm Ray Collins. Went for a leisurely bike ride yesterday about 5:30. I saw one little cloud out there. I wasn't too concerned. I had to rush home. Boy, those clouds came on fast last night, John Scholes.
Yeah, as soon as they hit the sea breeze front, they explode. Take a look at radar. You can see a few showers out in Gulf waters continuing to push away. Those showers will continue to do that through the afternoon. We'll watch a little chance of a shower by late in the day, but mostly it's during around the sunset hours when our showers will explode. Our daytime high today will top out near the low 90s. 40% chance of rain. Forecast in a minute.
All right, talk to you soon. Checking Suncoast traffic now. First off in Manatee County, not too much to report. A little slowdown at 301 northbound as you cross the railroad tracks there as you approach downtown Bradenton. Otherwise pretty clear. Farther south now into Sarasota. Your eye might go right away to the Bee Ridge Road delay there. The westbound lanes from almost McIntosh to Beneva to Tuttle, all the way to 41. Also look at that 41 over Clark Road, showing quite a buildup as you cross over the Stickney Point Clark Road intersection. And checking our farthest south map, we'll see one little blip there at the Business 41 exchange. Otherwise pretty good at 6:01 on your Tuesday morning.
Topping our news this hour, it is just days before the start of the school year, and Manatee County School District is still scrambling to find more bus drivers.
That shortage could mean delays, but the district hopes a new app will help keep parents informed of any delays. More on this now from our Jess Dowdrick live in Manatee County. Jess?
Good morning, Jacqueline, Ray. Manatee County School District is still short 10 to 20 bus drivers for this upcoming school year. Now, while that may cause some delays, the Department of Transportation here says the first month of school is always the hardest for them. They say a lot of parents will register their children late, which causes for frequent changes in the bus routes. The good news is, as soon as October, a new app and online website for the district will allow parents to track their child's school bus. The district is hoping it will give parents comfort in knowing exactly when their children will be dropped off or picked up for school, especially when there are delays. The app will update every 15 seconds, so all data will be in real time. Now, right now, the district is testing the app and hope to have it out to parents by October. The district is currently busing 16,000 students a year. That's about 175 bus routes.
You would have to log in. There is a security measure put in place, and it's going to only provide information for the parent's child. That way it's not open for anyone just to check.
If you're interested in becoming a bus driver for the district, you do not need a CDL license. You simply need 5 years of driving experience, a clean background, and a good driving record. If you want to apply, you can go to the Manatee County School District's website. Reporting live in Manatee County, Jess Dowdrick, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
It's very handy for parents to check the app to see exactly when the child is late or early.
I think it's a great idea.
High tech. Love it. All right.
Well, turning to politics now, a new poll shows the president's approval rating is at its lowest point.
And that includes from within the Republican Party. The president remains undeterred and unleashed another Twitter tirade. ABC's Ariel Sharaf has the latest.
The president spending more than 2 weeks away from the White House after a turbulent first 6 months in office. The most recent CNN polling putting Donald Trump's approval rating at just 38%. His favorability among Republicans, 59%.
It needs to go up. They are telling him, just enact your program.
Still, the commander-in-chief isn't putting too much stock in the findings, tweeting, the Trump base is bigger and stronger than ever before, despite phony fake news polling. The president pointing to rallies in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and Iowa as evidence of solid support. On Monday, Trump unleashing a Twitter tirade targeting Democratic Senator Richard Blumenthal. The president reviving an old embarrassment for the lawmaker who once apologized for insinuating he served in the Vietnam War. Interesting to watch Senator Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut talking about hoax Russia collusion when he was a phony Vietnam con artist, Trump tweeted. The president incensed after Blumenthal criticized the Justice Department's war on would-be leakers.
I'm very concerned that the Department of Justice is weaponizing these laws for its personal and political ends.
In that interview, Blumenthal also embracing special counsel Robert Mueller's investigation into possible collusion with the Russians. And the senator not backing down.
I won't be distracted by these bullying tweets. If anything, they strengthen my resolve.
President Trump also taking to Twitter to blast the New York Times and lamenting what he saw as a lack of media coverage about the latest sanctions on North Korea. Ariel Reshef, ABC News, Washington.
Well, speaking of North Korea, they are vowing revenge against the U.S. after the United Nations agreed on new sanctions for the country. North Koreans gathered in the streets to see the regime's response to the new sanctions, which are the toughest ever passed by the United Nations against the country, and it came with a unanimous vote. North Korea promising to reciprocate 1,000-fold for what it called America's villainous actions against our country and people. Secretary of State Rex Tillerson is in Asia pressing all parties, specifically China, to stick to those sanctions.
Well, the best signal that North Korea could give us that they're prepared to talk would be to stop these missile launches. We've not had an extended period of time where they have not taken some type of provocative action by launching ballistic missiles.
The UN Security Council's sanctions against North Korea are expected to cost the regime nearly $1 billion a year.
6:06 now, a manhunt is underway in Missouri for a man who shot and killed a police officer. Officer Gary Michael was making a traffic stop on Sunday when a driver pulled out a gun and opened fire. 39-year-old Ian McCarthy is being called the suspect. The officer was able to return fire, but it's unclear if the driver was hit. The driver sped off, crashed his car, and ran off. Officer Michael had been with the force for less than 1 year.
Emergency crews in San Antonio are trying to rescue people stranded by intense flooding. One dramatic recovery, all caught on camera. Take a look. Firefighters extending their ladders to reach one man who got caught trying to drive through high rushing water. Less than half a mile away, firefighters had to use a boat to rescue a woman who was trapped on top of her car. That woman could now face charges for endangering the lives of first responders.
Miami-Dade County is no longer a sanctuary county and will receive nearly $500,000 from the federal government. County officials complied with President Trump's request to no longer be a safe haven for immigration violators. So now the Department of Justice will give a police grant worth $480,000. This is the largest jurisdiction to make changes based on the president's order. The city of Chicago is suing over the loss of federal funds for not altering its immigration policy.
Well, the happiest place on earth has now placed a statue at their Grand Floridian Hotel to memorialize 2-year-old Lane Thomas Graves. He was killed last year in an alligator attack on resort grounds at Disney World. The lighthouse on the memorial is the symbol of the Lane Thomas Graves Foundation, which supports organ donations for children. The Graves family hopes the memorial and that foundation will serve as a beacon of hope for families going through tough situations.
That massive sinkhole in Pasco County is now close to swallowing up a 7th home. This follows 2 on Sunday, 2 on Friday. 2 other homes also destroyed when the sinkhole opened last month in Land O'Lakes. It now stretches about 260 feet at its widest point. The big question is, how big can it get?
It's hard for us to tell. What we do know is there was a lot of sinkhole activity in this area prior to this. Many of the homes had sinkhole mitigation.
Contractors have been working to clean debris from the sinkhole, but work has been temporarily halted after large chunks of it crumbled inward.
Well, if you're looking for a job, it's time to get those resumes ready. Hundreds of positions are up for grabs at the Tampa International Airport. The airport is hosting its 8th Concessions Job Fair next Monday, August 14th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. in the Hillsborough County Aviation Authority boardroom. Concession companies are looking to fill more than 250 positions for shops and restaurants throughout the airport. There'll also be another 60 jobs for the new terminal getaway spas.
You get a job at the airport and your career takes off.
Oh, you did not go there.
If I didn't,
boom.
If I didn't, you say it.
It's funnier when Scalzi says it.
Just kidding. Oh, ouch. Watch out.
Wow. Just kidding.
Tough crowd here.
Got some rain clouds gathering. We'll talk about the showers coming later today in just a moment.
The new judge of comedy.
Yes. Of all people, right?
Who better? Up next, a look at sexting among students.
How Suncoast schools and families are hoping to deal with that problem when we come back.
I am the resident district manager on the FAU campus for Chartwell. Whenever I see Haley, I do not see a person with a disability. I see a person with extraordinary abilities. Haley is always smiling. She's always on time. She gives fantastic customer service and is always focused on any job that she's given.
Hi, this is Dan Marino. When your business recruits people with disabilities, everybody wins. To find out how, go to disabilitieswork.employflorida.com.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
I heard about the Dotoli Cancer Center through friends of mine who had been treated here and were very pleased with the treatment.
If there is prostate cancer, we at the Dotoli Cancer Center will find it using 3D color flow Doppler ultrasound.
And that helped precisely identify where my cancer was and some additional cancers that were not found during the biopsy. I would recommend the Dotoli Cancer Center. As a group of human beings, they are unbelievably great.
Get the hottest deals of the year during the summer clearance event going on now at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Shop the area's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers or save big on a new sleek and stylish Jeep Cherokee for as little as $18,999. Drive off today for your next great adventure in a brand new Jeep Renegade for as low as $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Air temperature comes in at 78 degrees with a dew point of 75. We have an east wind blowing at about 3. That east wind will continue on today, and that will be instrumental in the forecast later in the afternoon. 77 Wauchula, Arcadia, Mayaca, Parrish, Bradenton. Lakewood Ranch comes in at 78, so is Northport, Punta Gorda, and Sarasota. You get closer to the coast, and it's a degree or two warmer. 79 in Venice and Inglewood, and 80 degrees at Longboat Key. But generally, again, this morning, fairly uniform temperatures as we have that east wind coming at us over land as opposed to winds coming in over waters. And that land wind is continuing to press showers and thunderstorms away from us. And that'll be the case through the morning hours. We'll see a few clouds out in Gulf waters. In fact, may even see some beautiful sunrise colors as the glint of the rising sun is caught by those clouds way off in the distance. But locally, there's just not a whole lot of action ongoing this morning. Don't expect much. It'll be a dry morning commute for you as you head out the door. We have again today some troughiness existing along the deep south and back into the mid-Atlantic. We had some tornadic activity yesterday near Maryland. I just posted on my Facebook page, John Scalzi, ABC7, an amazing ABC video of a car being lifted up by tornadic winds in Salisbury, Maryland yesterday. It's an amazing sight. There was damage there, light damage, some minor injuries. Also, some very heavy flooding in and around the D.C. area yesterday. I think Atlanta has a chance of seeing some stronger storms around there later on this afternoon. So if you're traveling to that location, maybe some airport delays because of that. High pressure for us brings us that easterly wind flow, again determining our weather later on this afternoon. And Franklin continues to move across the Yucatan, re-emerging eventually today out in the Bay of Campeche and eventually working its way toward Mexico. The east wind sets up that flow that carries showers and thunderstorms that build in inland areas closer to our coast later in the day, and those showers and thunderstorms gradually drift out into Gulf waters. That is exactly the same weather pattern that we had set up yesterday and we will have again today. West-moving storms late in the day into the early evening hours, gradually drifting out into Gulf waters and dissipating. For most of the day, we'll have plenty of sunshine around, and daytime high temperatures will respond to that sunshine, boosting probably our daytime high up around 91 or 92, just like we saw yesterday. The feels-like temperature will probably be close to 100 to 105. There's Franklin, moved on shore. 60-mile-an-hour winds when it made contact with land, now decreased to 50 miles an hour. It'll probably decrease further as it moves across the Yucatan, re-emerging later in the afternoon or evening into the Bay of Campeche. It'll be moving to the west-northwest across some very warm, intensely warm tropical waters, and it is possible that it'll gain more intensity and possibly even become a hurricane before making landfall in central Mexico. But again, it has little impact to no impact, actually, on the state of Florida. So good news there. Forecast for us calls for that continued chance of rainfall today at about 40 or 50%. That's true for the next several days. Daytime highs in the low 90s as we head into Sunday and Monday of next week. We'll keep an eye on that forecast. There is a cluster of tropical moisture in clouds, a little tropical wave out in the far Atlantic that may inch closer to the eastern seaboard and up our rain chances on those days. Back to you.
Thank you, John. Taking a look at traffic this morning, looks like the Green Bridge has some more cars on the roadway as opposed to the DeSoto Bridge, so you'll want to take that if you're heading into downtown Bradenton. Also, 301 heading southbound, seeing some more cars on the roadway. I-75 and 41 looking clear, though, as we head into Sarasota County. Still that buildup on 41 heading southbound as you pass by Clark Road, and also on Bee Ridge Road as you head towards 41. So we will keep an eye out on that. I-75 looking good as well as we head into South County. Just some normal slowdowns on Business 41 as you head northbound throughout Venice.
Another school year starts this week in Manatee and also in Charlotte counties, and that means another year of schools trying to stamp out sexting among students.
That's right. I sat down with one family to see how it's affecting them and what Manatee County schools are doing to combat that issue.
The internet and smartphones have become essential tools used daily, but many dangers still exist that could put your child at risk. One issue that continues to come to the forefront: sexting.
We're seeing trends a certain way where things are happening. We try to get the word out to the community, the parents.
A recent study shows nearly 80% of middle to high school aged children are sexting, and it's a staggering statistic many parents can't bring themselves to believe.
What they don't realize is that can follow them throughout their life. And once you send that message or send that photo, you have zero control over it after that.
Unfortunately, sexting is happening more than you think between teens, even right here on the Suncoast, which is why the Conyers decided it was time to sit down with their 14-year-old son.
We had to have that conversation just a few months ago. When he was in middle school, we received a notification from school saying that there was sexting going on through Snapchat. And we were like, what's that? I never used Snapchat before.
Sexting scandals have broken out at numerous schools across the country, but luckily no major incidents have occurred in Manatee County. However, to protect the school district and its students, Manatee County Schools has implemented an extensive section in its code of conduct that explains the seriousness of these types of incidents. If a student is caught sexting, those caught sending explicit images, which could include the teen who took the picture his or herself, could face suspension or expulsion. And if other students were involved, the offenders could face felony child pornography charges and even have to register as a sex offender.
Our charge is to make sure our kids are safe on campus and outside of campus as well. We want our students to be safe, and we want school to be a place where they can come and be the best they can be. So anything that can interfere with that, we most definitely are going to look into.
School officials and the Conyers alike say the best way to make sure your child isn't caught up in a sexting scandal this school year is as simple as being aware of what they're doing online.
Be vigilant in knowing what your students are doing, what your kids are doing online.
Parents really need to do the research, because there's a lot of apps out there that even we're not aware of that look completely innocent that end up being, you know, harmful to kids.
And one of those points I wanted to make is a lot of those apps that you don't know about. Snapchat, obviously lots of us know about, and those pictures delete. But there are apps out there that are made to look like a calculator, simply a calculator, and you can hide pictures in there. Teens can send messages back and forth, so there's all sorts of new things out there that you need to keep up to date on.
So you said 80% of kids are sexting?
Yes, 1 in 4 teens.
1 in 4?
1 in 4 teens among, well, I guess that's not.
No.
Yeah.
80%.
No, I have an article on my phone. I can show it to you. So.
All right. It was tomorrow, by the way.
Yeah. Tomorrow, cyberbullying.
All right, 6:21 right now on your Tuesday morning. Still ahead on Good Morning Suncoast. United Airlines is facing new backlash.
We'll tell you why one family says the airline is responsible for the death of their dog after this.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Attention, Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you getting all the benefits you're entitled to? Did you know there may be money available to lower your medical prescription costs? Call Health Markets and we'll tell you if you qualify.
Hi, I'm Dr. Martin Jeetsi. It's a new Medicare year. That means more changes and more confusion. The key question is, what can you do now to ensure you get the care you need in the coming year?
Call Health Markets today. You may qualify to save money on prescriptions. We'll help you find plans that may cost less, cover more, and could even lower your prescription costs to increase your savings. We help you find all the benefits you're entitled to, and we do it at no cost.
Make sure you have what you need to get the care that's right for you.
Find out if you qualify to receive extra help with your prescriptions. Call the number on the screen now. Representatives are standing by.
Are you Goodwill?
Yes, because when I donate
or shop at Goodwill, I'm creating a job. I am Goodwill, yeah.
I am powerful beyond my wildest imagination.
I will define my future.
I will keep challenging myself to improve.
Because I am a future leader of this great nation.
I will make a difference in my community.
I will not settle for simply chasing my dreams, I will achieve them.
Because I was given a chance.
An opportunity.
At Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America.
The ultimate leadership experience.
Join us. We'll build a new future together.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we talked to the new Booker High School wrestling coach about a woman teaching young men, plus a preview of the producers and Yoders in the kitchen.
Today at 4 on Suncoast View.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, AND services.com.
Pretty shot developing there over the Ringling Causeway. Beautiful sky.
Beautiful shot.
Shaping up, yeah.
Not necessarily one we normally see from our tower cam. I love that shot. Our photographer Russ is out there. Some nice clouds coming through on this sunrise this morning.
Very pretty.
Welcome back. 6:24 this morning, and a family in Houston is blaming United Airlines for the death of their 5-year-old dog.
ABC's Jim Avila has the story.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Lulu was part of the family. 5 years old, a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel. Her owners say their vet signed off on Lulu's health, so she was loaded into the cargo section of a United flight from Houston to San Francisco. The flight was delayed on the ground in Houston for 2 hours, according to Lulu's family Facebook post, which reports when we went to pick her up, she was dead. From 2014 through 2016, of the 26 pet deaths during transport, United had 9, more than any other U.S. carrier. The airline says in a statement they are so sorry to learn of Lulu's passing. They've offered condolences and assistance to the family and promised a thorough review of the incident. And we'll tell you how to keep your pet safe in the air, coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Jim Avila, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Before fibromyalgia, I was a doer.
I was active. Then the chronic widespread pain drained my energy. My doctor said moving more helps ease fibromyalgia pain. She also prescribed Lyrica.
Fibromyalgia is thought to be the result of overactive nerves. Lyrica is believed to calm these nerves.
For some, Lyrica can significantly relieve fibromyalgia pain and improve function, so I feel better.
Lyrica may cause serious allergic reactions or suicidal thoughts or actions. Tell your doctor right away if you have these, new or worsening depression or unusual changes in mood or behavior, or swelling, trouble breathing, rash, hives, blisters, muscle pain with fever, tired feeling, or blurry vision. Common side effects are dizziness, sleepiness, weight gain, and swelling of hands, legs, and feet. Don't drink alcohol while taking Lyrica. Don't drive or use machinery until you know how Lyrica affects you. Those who have had a drug or alcohol problem may be more likely to misuse Lyrica.
With less pain, I can be more active.
Ask your doctor about Lyrica.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get Debt-Free Now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-628-1251. 800-628-1251.
It's no small wonder anybody loves it all.
I just love art that moves me.
No small,
I mean, really moves me.
wonder.
Sunset Fiat of Sarasota presents No Small Wonder. High performance style. Let the art of Fiat move you.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
The official Suncoast Hurricane Guide from ABC7. Download yours today.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Coming up on Good Morning Suncoast, a shortage of bus drivers is causing issues for Manatee County schools, but a new app is on the way to help parents track their students' bus route. We'll have a live report.
Plus, the reward has grown to $50,000 now to help find the person who killed 2 resort employees on Longboat Key last Friday. We'll have the latest on the investigation.
And the rock craze hits the city of Venice, how you and your kids can get involved. Your Suncoast News starts right now.
Live from the ABC7 studios, this is Good Morning Suncoast. We're here for you.
Oh, little jogger there, right on cue.
It's like we set that up. We really didn't, though.
Well, we're paying him, actually. And cue and jog.
Yes.
Pretty shot there. Ringling Causeway. Cars coming back from St. Armand Circle, heading toward the Bayfront. Beautiful shot there on this Tuesday morning.
Certainly want to get that jog in now when the sun's right coming up before it does come up, because it gets hot out there if you're running in the middle of the day.
Yes, it certainly does. Details of today's forecast now from meteorologist John Scholes. Yeah, John?
Yeah, it doesn't take long, does it?
No,
when that sun starts beating down, you'll be in the mid-80s to upper 80s before you know it. In fact, by lunchtime, we'll probably be very close to the 90-degree mark. Across the region, we have some scattered showers out in Gulf waters. Those Gulf water showers continue to press further and further away from land. Not an issue for the morning commute. We will have dry weather all across the region for your trip to work. Trip home from work, different story. There could be a few showers around, especially if you're a late commuter. Daytime high in the low 90s. Complete forecast in a sec.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, John. Manatee County looking pretty clear right now. Some earlier slowdowns already have evaporated, so no problems there. We'll check back shortly. Farther south now into Sarasota County. Slowdowns along the Bayfront in both directions. Also Bee Ridge westbound from about Tuttle toward 41. Also Clark Road, a slowdown there from the interstate heading westbound. Checking our final map, look at that slowdown now that's developed. After you get past Clark and Stickney Point heading south, you'll see quite a bit of buildup as you head toward Nokomis and Osprey. We'll check that back in about 15 minutes here at 6:32 on your Tuesday morning.
Topping our news this hour, school starts in just 2 days for Manatee County students, and the district is still in dire need of bus drivers.
And while the shortage could mean delays in some routes, a new app will soon allow parents to track their child's bus in real time. Our Jess Dowdrick is live in Manatee County. Jess?
Good morning, Jacqueline and Ray. Manatee County School District buses 16,000 students each and every year. That's about 175 bus routes. Now going into the school year, which starts in just a few days, the district is still short 10 to 20 drivers. The good news is, as soon as October, a new app and online website for the district will allow parents to track their child's school bus. The district is hoping it will give parents comfort in knowing exactly when their children will be dropped off or picked up for school, especially when there are delays. The app will update every 15 seconds, so all data will be in real time. Now, only parents will be able to access this app and website, and they will only be able to see their child's bus for safety reasons.
We wanted to communicate better with the parents, give them a little more comfort in knowing where their students are and what time they're going to be delivered.
Now, if you're interested in becoming a bus driver, you do not need a CDL license. You simply need 5 years of driving experience, a clean background, and a good driving record. If you want to apply, you can go to the Manatee County School District's website. Reporting live in Manatee County, Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Jess. And school starts Thursday in Manatee and Charlotte County.
That's right, and next week it starts in Sarasota County, and Jess will be joining us live for the rest of the week, giving us some good stories about back-to-school stories and looking towards the week ahead.
Great to have her.
In Venice, a daycare worker is now facing child abuse charges after investigators say she slapped a 9-month-old baby.
It allegedly happened at a daycare on Center Road, and our Rick Adams has the latest.
It's a place where a child should be safe, but Sarasota County Sheriff deputies say a baby just 9 months old was hurt at the hands of this woman, 70-year-old Cheryl Ann Bolton. Bolton is accused of slapping the child back in April at the daycare center at Christ United Methodist Church in Venice.
There was some red marks on the face consistent with a slap or some kind of a strike to the face.
Bolton admits that she became frustrated while changing the baby's diaper. Peggy Gaughan lives near the church and the daycare. She was in shock over what happened.
Nobody should treat a child, an animal, anything like that. It is uncalled for.
A daycare worker had seen what transpired and informed the daycare's director, who immediately terminated Bolton. Christ United Methodist Church pastor Mike Hudson says all of their hearts are broken for the baby and his family, as well as for Bolton.
We want to extend grace and mercy to everyone and at the same time do what's responsible and protect the kids. And so that's our goal, and that's what we want to see happen.
Bolton is charged with 1 count of child abuse without great bodily harm. She was taken into custody Friday night and granted a supervised release. Reporting from Venice, I'm Rick Adams, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
Manatee County Sheriff's deputies have now responded to 6 homicide calls in the past 5 days. Deputies say they discovered a dead man in a car on Thursday. A suspect in that incident was later arrested and charged. But deputies are still looking for those responsible for a fatal shooting at a Longboat Key hotel after 2 workers were shot to death early Friday. And on Saturday, 2 men were found dead inside a home in Bayshore Gardens. Just hours later, a man's body was found in Sarasota. The sheriff's office believes the 2 incidents are connected and hopes the public may have some information.
Don't ever hesitate to let us know, because we may be able to really work with that information to make an arrest and solve a case.
The reward has now increased from $18,000 to $50,000 for anyone who can provide information about the double murder on Longboat Key.
The state is looking for more evidence about a growing number of videos showing shark abuse, and now lawmakers are considering legislation to better define state wildlife laws. Sarasota State Representative Alex Miller posted on Facebook that events like the ones recently posted on social media brings to light other animal abuse cases. And she says if the action in those videos can't be prosecuted, she'll present a bill in the next session that, quote, creates more clarity.
Developing overnight in Manatee County, firefighters have put out a house fire in Bradenton. Witnesses say the fire broke out inside a home on Usepa Drive, which is just west of I-75. It started as a car fire, which is now contained, but the blaze continued burning into the attic. No word yet on if there were any injuries or how much the estimated cost of damages is for this fire.
Be sure to watch your speed, especially in Charlotte County, where deputies are now cracking down on those violating the rules of the road. They're keeping an eye out for speeders on Cochran Boulevard near Port Charlotte High School and Spinnaker Boulevard near L.A. Ainger Middle School. Also watch out for traffic lights, because deputies are patrolling on Tamiami Trail near the intersections of Midway Boulevard and Cochran Boulevard. School starts Thursday in Charlotte County.
A Suncoast rower is being called the best in the world. Sarasota crew's Clark Dean won the junior men's single sculls at the World Rowing Junior Championships in Lithuania over the weekend. Dean got a lead right from the start and held it the entire race to win gold. The 17-year-old finished 3 seconds ahead of his nearest competitor, a rower from Germany. Dean still has another year of competing in the junior level of this sport, so a big congratulations to Clark Dean, a world champion rower from right here on the Suncoast.
Very impressive. The city of Venice getting on the latest rock craze. A group of people in Venice recently painted rocks and hid them at random places around the Suncoast. Now, when you find one of these rocks, you're supposed to post it on the group's Facebook page. This group has grown so much, the Facebook page now has nearly 5,000 members, and Venice officials decided to commission a local artist to paint 10 rocks city-themed and hide them around the area.
They might be having a bad day. They come across one of these rocks and it might say something cute like, you know, smile or be happy.
If you find a rock, you're supposed to post it on Facebook, then re-hide the rock for someone else to find it. Just when you think you've heard it all.
And you found some of those.
I I've found a few of them, not because I was out looking for them. I just happened to be walking through the Ringling Museum one time and saw one conveniently placed on a light. And then I was at church a few weekends ago and heard the little boy behind me found one, and I told him to take a picture of it and post it on Facebook. So I've seen them out and about. You never know where you're going to see them. So.
Did you rehide the one you found?
I did. My sister hid it. Yep. So it's somewhere in the Ringling Museum if somebody hasn't found it. Not in the museum, out on the ground.
What did it look like?
It was like pink and purple, and it had a big happy and a smiley face on it.
So if you find a happy
Yes.
smiley face, pink and purple, it's a rock.
It was my rock. I hid it.
Showers in the forecast. Talk about it in a second.
Also still had the latest on a cancer battle faced by one of the members of the legendary Rolling Stones.
We'll have information on the status of Ronnie Wood's health and why he will not be undergoing chemotherapy when we come back.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Fresh out of the box, the Alfa Romeo won us over. We went in skeptical and left in awe of this gorgeous machine. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
This is an important announcement. If you're between 50 and 85 and worried about your loved ones, you can still get affordable life insurance for peace of mind.
My life insurance coverage is guaranteed, and I was not required to get a medical exam.
I had high blood pressure and diabetes, and I got my coverage with one telephone call. No exam necessary.
I'm a smoker, and I wanted to take care of my family. I called to get my life insurance and my affairs in order. I wanted to do the right thing.
Call Final Expense No Exam Insurance. Your rates are guaranteed and will never increase.
I called and learned that this insurance cannot be canceled even if you get sick or gain weight.
And there are no restrictions on how my beneficiaries use the money when I'm gone.
Approval was easy and the price was right. I wanted to do this for my children.
Call 800-738-9812. 800-738-9812.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
No theater lover's bucket list is complete without the classic black comedy Arsenic and Old Lace. Two adorable old ladies who just happen to poison their tenants and bury them in their basement. Fun and farcical, this hilarious play is heating up the summer at the Players Center from August 9th through the 20th. Call 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. You'll die laughing when you see Arsenic and Old Lace.
It does things that seem impossible. Feeling like it could change direction while airborne. Rediscover your passion for driving at Sunset Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
Warm and muggy start to the day with 78-degree temperature and a dew point of 75, bringing in 90% relative humidity outside. A few fair weather clouds, but all in all, a very pretty start to the day with the sunrise kind of glinting on a few of the clouds, bringing us some beautiful sunrise colors. East wind coming in at about 3, light east wind. That east wind will be with us throughout the day, and it's one of the reasons that our temperatures are kind of uniform across the region. There's not much of a gradient between inland and coast. 77 in Sebring, Wauchula, Parrish, Bradenton, Lakewood Ranch, Mayaca, Arcadia, Northport. I mean, every place you look, temperatures are in the upper 70s, basically. Right along the coast, they're holding on at about 80 degrees, but it's pretty uniform. And as we head into the afternoon, that east wind will still be with us. It'll bring in some very warm temperatures, and one of the reasons why is that east wind moves over land that's been heated. It picks up some of the heat from the surface of the ground, and then it transports that heat right over into our neck of the woods. So we end up being very warm in the afternoon. Feels like temperatures today will probably be, if you factor in the humidity on top of the heat, 100, 105, somewhere up in there, especially in inland areas. Now, we do have some showers out in Gulf waters, but they continue to press away from land thanks to that east wind. Dry conditions across all area roadways this morning. That'll continue on throughout the morning commute into the afternoon. And then for drive time home tonight, you'll probably see a few showers starting to build and a couple of thunderstorms as well. We had some pretty good coverage along the coastline yesterday. That east wind kind of pushing the precip closer to our coastline as opposed to the other easterly coastline. We have some totals that exceeded 2 inches in places, 2.2, 2.5 down in Charlotte County mostly, but some areas saw over an inch of rainfall in Sarasota and Manatee counties as well. Mostly right along the interstate, and then as those showers got closer to the coastline, they tended to die out just a little bit, giving us rainfall in the less than ½ inch range most places. Trough of low pressure, stalled frontal boundary, areas of low pressure rippling along it. Those areas of low pressure producing some pretty intense thunderstorm activity again today, and the Atlanta airport may see airport delays because of those thunderstorms. Franklin now moving onshore across the Yucatan, re-emerging into the Bay of Campeche on its way to central Mexico a little bit later. High pressure, the dominant weather feature for us, bringing us that easterly wind once again today, setting up a scenario where showers and thunderstorms build along the spine of the state as sea breezes collide and that east wind pushes those showers closer to our coast. The weather set up just like yesterday. We'll have that west-moving storms late in the day, but lots of sunshine for the majority of the afternoon, bumping up our temperatures. There's Franklin, made it onshore as a 60-mile-an-hour windstorm, and now in the process of kind of falling apart. Heavy rain, really the major problem with this system. It is a wet system. And as it moves out into the Bay of Campeche, there is the potential for some redevelopment. That'll be moving out there later this afternoon into the evening hours. Maybe developing into a Cat 1 hurricane, possibly, before making landfall in central Mexico. So the forecast for us continues to be about the same, a 40 to 50% chance of showers, daytime highs in the low 90s, nighttime lows in the upper 70s. Better rain chances possibly toward the end of the weekend, beginning of next week, as a little kind of slug of tropical moisture makes its way up the eastern seaboard. We'll be watching that. It may impact our weather with some higher rain chances. Back to you.
All right, thank you, John. Let's take a look at traffic in Manatee County. Looks like the DeSoto and Green bridges are looking pretty clear, as well as I-75, 301, and State Road 70 is good as well. Looks like in Sarasota County, some congestion still on 41 that's been backed up throughout the morning, especially towards Clark Road. Other than that, let's head into South County. Some more slowdowns as you're heading southbound throughout Osprey on 41 into Nokomis and Venice. 647 on your Tuesday morning. And this hour's Health Smart, sports is helpful with weight loss, managing good health, heart health, and improving blood pressure.
And now we're hearing it can also help kids with ADHD. According to the Mayo Clinic, regular exercise may have a positive effect on behavior in children with ADHD when added to treatment. Specifically, exercise can help improve their cognitive performance during tasks.
And as kids get ready to go back to school, health officials are reminding parents to make sure their children have all the required vaccines. The Center for Disease Control and Prevention recommends students in kindergarten through 12th grade get multiple vaccines, including polio, whooping cough, hepatitis B, and MR vaccines. Health officials say those vaccines are needed to protect the population against diseases, and the shots aren't just for younger kids.
If you do have a student who is going off to college, it is very important to check with the school, make sure that their vaccination record reflects the requirements of that school. This is something that you may want to check very early and make sure that it doesn't interfere with their attendance in school.
Children can get vaccinated at their primary care provider or local health department. In entertainment news this morning, Rolling Stones member Ronnie Wood has revealed details about his recent battle with lung cancer.
The 70-year-old says doctors uncovered a cancerous lesion during a checkup in May. The cancer hadn't spread, but Wood wasn't going to undergo chemotherapy anyway. The reason, he said, he didn't want to lose his hair. Thankfully, the growth was removed, and now Wood believes he is ready to tour again.
And The Bachelorette reached its long-awaited finale last night. The 3-hour event capped off with Rachel Lindsay choosing contestant Brian Abasolo Lindsay chose her fiancé over finalist Peter Kraus, the 31-year-old business owner from Madison, Wisconsin, and Eric Bigger, the 29-year-old Baltimore native. She explained earlier this season that she turned to the reality show to help her find a partner and husband, saying it was difficult to find a relationship due to her commitment to her career as a lawyer.
And after playing a police officer in 21 Jump Street, actor Channing Tatum got the chance to meet some actual officers. The actor made a surprise visit to the Kentucky State Police earlier this week, where he posed for pictures with the state troopers. Where is he? In the back of the half?
Yeah, there he is. You can't barely see him back there.
Tatum is driving his motorcycle around the country to promote his new film, Logan Lucky, which premieres on August the 18th.
Huh. Have not heard anything about this movie, Logan Lucky.
Look for it soon. There's all sorts of stories about him appearing in various places in the country now with this motorcycle.
Yeah.
Still ahead in Good Morning Suncoast, we'll update your day's top local news headlines, and a group of domino experts looking to break the record books with an underwater stunt.
We'll tell you just how long it took for them to set it up and knock it down when we come back.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Are you currently on Medicare? In other words, do you carry the red, white, and blue Medicare card? If so, are you suffering from chronic back pain? If you answered yes, you may be eligible for a pain-relieving back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost, shipped directly to your home for free. These medical-grade back braces are ideal for lower back pain, arthritis, spinal disorders, and other chronic back problems. Our accredited staff will handle all of the Medicare paperwork for free, and best of all, your brace is shipped directly to your home for free. Don't let chronic lower back pain slow you down. Get moving and stay active with a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare at little to no cost. We also accept Blue Cross Blue Shield, United Healthcare, Aetna, Humana, and other insurance. Will you qualify for a medical-grade back brace covered by Medicare? Find out for free.
Call Back Brace America at 1-800-715-0835. That's 1-800-715-0835, 1-800-715-0835.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. And now, for a limited time, get a $20 credit on any new line of service. Call 1-800-468-1930. Go to consumercellular.com or visit a Target store today.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC 7. We're here for you.
Now's the perfect time to work with California Closets. During our Shades of White event, save up to 20% on our beautiful white finishes for any space in your home. Contact us today for your free design consultation. Visit our showroom or online at californiaclosets.com.
All Our live camera today showing a beautiful sunrise in progress from the Ringling Causeway.
I love that shot. So gorgeous this morning. People obviously out there taking a nice walk or a run before they get their morning commute started. As you can see, always people out on the Ringling Causeway.
The guy walked by scratching his head.
Yeah. What are these people doing here?
That's what he's wondering. All right, welcome back. 6:54 now on your Tuesday morning.
Let's take a look at some of the top local stories here on the Suncoast today.
The reward has now jumped to $50,000 to find the killer who shot two workers at a Longboat Key resort on Friday morning. The front desk clerk and overnight security guard were killed inside the new Zoda Beach resort.
Plus, a Venice daycare worker is facing charges for slapping a 9-month-old baby while changing a diaper. The woman admits that she was frustrated.
And a sinkhole in Pasco County continues to grow north of the Bay Area. A 7th house has now been condemned.
Traffic looking good if you're heading throughout Manatee County this morning. No issues to really report. As we head into Sarasota County, there has been some buildup on 41 heading southbound, specifically as you pass by Clark Road, also Bee Ridge Road. Seeing some more cars on the roadway as well. I-75 looking good as we head into Sarasota South County, but it looks like 41 heading throughout that area, seeing some more cars on the roadway on your morning commute. John?
Well, we're going to have a day that's very similar to yesterday, actually. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds to start the day, followed by mostly sunny conditions during the late morning or early afternoon. That'll boost our temperatures to the upper 80s before you know it. And we'll top it out today at about 93 with a 40% chance of storms. Those storms building inland will drift closer to the coast. And you can repeat that forecast for the next couple of days. Next week, there may be higher rain chances.
You can go home for 2 days then, John.
Yeah, take it easy.
Yeah. Team of German domino experts broke the Guinness Book of World Records for most dominoes toppled underwater. There they go. They arranged 11,000 dominoes. There they go. It took them 2 weeks to set it up. Toppled, though, in minutes. The team said it was worth it, though, as Guinness was on hand to confirm the team did achieve the new world record.
I can barely even do one domino without that one falling into the next one. So props to them for getting 11,000 of them up there.
That is amazing and tedious work.
Oh, yeah.
Don't bump the domino till we're done.
It's cute, but it looks like the water was added just to get in the Guinness Book.
Yeah,
right.
I think so. That seems like an extraneous little addition.
Yeah. Good angle, it worked. All right, enjoy your Tuesday, folks.
Stick around. Good Morning America is coming up next.